Today we launch the Intelligent College Report, which highlights the need for colleges and educational providers to change the way they deliver education and to meet market expectations. The New Engineering Foundation is a charitable organization that works with many colleges and companies as well as policymakers to help to bring a new thinking and contemporary approach to the education of science, engineering and technology. The Intelligent Report advocates a new approach to organizational development, a new approach to educational development, a new approach to engagement with business and industry and becoming a civic leader in the community these institutions operate in. What we would like to see is, as much as possible, to close the gap between the expected demand by industry and the way in which educational providers are addressing those particular aspects. So we have a workforce ready to address the needs of the economy in the future.
So in reality, the change applies to us all. It's not just about the education system. Many businesses in this room and much wider are going through similar transformation.
From National Grid's perspective, the future needs of our business around engineering are particularly based on two bases. One is we need to be technically excellent at what we do, and we have to have great business excellence. We focus on engineering excellence in this context around making sure we've got a really high cadre and calibre of engineers right through from level 3 craft apprentices coming through their schemes, with a progression through engineering technical training programs that leads us to our level 4 and 5, which is the sweet spot for us and certainly the engine of our business going forward at technician and drawing up to level 6 at incorporated engineer.
Qualifications in science, technology, engineering and mathematics, the so-called STEM subjects, account for nearly a third of all qualifications gained in the sector. And in 2009-10, the latest year for which we have figures, over 750,000 learners in the sector were awarded publicly funded qualifications in these subjects.
So colleges have a real opportunity to help us transform our businesses as well as themselves, and in doing that it's a two-way street in terms of a partnership. We have to equally input to helping them develop their capability to help us.
And of course there are few fields in which innovation is so potentially controversial and indeed so potentially important as the business that you're in, that of education. If education seems to many people to exist in a state of permanent revolution, then that is surely only natural, given that the world, which it helps people to understand and comes to terms with, is itself constantly changing.
The NEF is playing a real key part here by really understanding the key place it needs to pick up, and has picked up on this a few years back, and hence its formation by Professor Saad Medat. And so we're fully behind this real focal point, because as I've said earlier, the real engine for us and our businesses is around this level 4-5 educational space. So going back to something that I said earlier about future capabilities, we need great capabilities and understanding what they are in industry. We need to translate that into competencies, and really then the measures become the qualifications and the professional recognitions. But that's what you're trying to do, is build capability.
We're now targeting resources even more closely on the skills, employers and sectors that will lead economic recovery.